the club's record signing. Came on in the Copa del Rey, but tonight he starts his first game and he'll be taking in this magnificent stadium. Now there's a team which operates on a very tight budget. They made a couple of signings themselves in the winter transfer window. Guidetti and Hernan coming in, but both of them loan signings. Ter Stegen returns to goal after being rested in the Copa del Rey. In defence, it's only the third La Liga start for Luca Dean on the left-hand side. Semedo is right back this evening. Andres Iniesta did play in the Copa del Rey. He'll be alongside Rakitic and Paulinho. What a strike force this is. Coutinho behind the in-form Luis Suarez, who scored in 7 La Liga games successively, and Lionel Messi. Referee this evening, Senor Iglesias Villanueva. Barcelona have been in sparkling form. They romped to a 5-0 success last weekend in the city of Seville against Real Betis. 4 goals the week before that against Real Sociedad. So it's going to be a busy night for Pacheco in the Alaves goal. They've brought back Alexis, the experienced central defender, who's going to be in a very tall back line. Normally it's a 4-man midfield. Hernan Perez on the right-hand side, Ibai on the left. No place for Munir, who's on loan from Barcelona. He's on the bench. So Sabrina, the former Manchester City striker, is alongside another former Manchester City striker, Guidetti. A famous face from the past, Eric Abidal, always popular at this club, making the presentation to Luis Suarez. Player of the month for December. He has been in excellent form in December and in January as well. 12 goals in his last 9 La Liga matches.
Yeah, great form, and he had a stuttering start to the season, Rob, September, October, and he worked hard, but just things didn't go for him. I watched him hit the post 2-3 weeks in a row, and all of a sudden he had a lot of goals. As you say, 12 goals in December's excellent. But he's the second top goal scorer in La Liga with 15 goals. Only 4 behind Lionel Messi.
And Barcelona have been in sparkling form. They've scored at least 3 goals in each of their last 5 La Liga matches. They had a bit of a shock in the Copa del Rey, but put out a strong team against Espanyol this week to make it to the semi-finals. Refreshed with the signing of Coutinho, the full debutant tonight. And Mina, the other winter addition, is also on the bench, and we may see him at some point. It's remarkable how things have turned around from the very start of the season, when they lost against Real Madrid. Now they've got 27 games in La Liga without being beaten.
I was looking at Ernesto Valverde's record as a Barcelona manager, Rob, and he's unbeaten in the league. He's done very well. 17 wins and 3 draws in his opening 20 games.
He has kept this team together despite some of the political problems they've got at the club. On the pitch, all is rosy. There is John Guidetti. Didn't start in the first half of the season for his former club Celta de Vigo, given the senior role alongside Sabrina. I'm sure at some point we'll see Munir, who did score last season against Barcelona, went on loan at Valencia. Lionel Messi, a little layoff, and Duarte left an early mark on him.
Well, it was good pressing though from Alaves. You could see Ter Stegen, I thought, too long on the ball. Rob letting the ball run across. You can see here, and he takes far too long, and that allows the striker Sobrino to get across and make a challenge, and not the best clearance.
It's interesting to see, Jerry, where Coutinho is lining up initially. Many thought he'd come in on the left side of midfield, but he's starting his first game on the right of normally a front three. Not that you can pin Lionel Messi down to a position.
Well, you don't. Messi's going to get a free roll, and he'll go wherever he wants. He might start off on the right side, but he'll be everywhere. And
there's space on the left for Luca Dean. Now Iniesta. Dean has a big act to follow in Jordi Alba, who's wading with half a dozen assists this season. Andres Iniesta to Suarez. Gudetti met by Umtiti, come a long way. This is Semedo. Philippe Coutinho, desperate to make an impression on his new public. Paulinho.
Well, Coutinho and Messi are very close together, and it's just attacking. Barcelona normally dominate 70% plus of possession, and just wear the opposition down with passing.
Well, Alaves actually have the worst possession statistics in the whole of La Liga. They average 39% possession of the football. That's against all teams, so I'm not quite sure how much they're going to get against the current league leaders.
Well, I think it'll be below 30, Rob.
Iniesta. Suarez turning into trouble. LaGuardia is his minder this evening. Suarez cuts inside, looking for Messi at the far post.
Idea was good and well played. Luis Suarez on that left-hand side, coming inside, puts a decent ball in, and you can see who he's looking for. Good run as well. I was watching the run there from Coutinho. He's gone to the near post, took the defender with him, and left that little bit of space at the far post, but the trajectory and angle of the pass wasn't quite correct for Lionel Messi.
Well, the only points that Barcelona have dropped this season here have been against Celta de Vigo a month ago. Alaves will have been drilled by their coach Abelardo, who knows the Barcelona way. He won't be playing the Barcelona way tonight. He'll be playing like he used to operate as a centre-half. Ernesto Valverde has done a remarkable job, seeking the treble in his first season in charge.
Very good start, hasn't he?
Rakitic. Suarez. It's incredible how he has found his fitness and his sharpness in front of goal, especially since the festive break. He's arguably lacking a little bit of fitness and a little bit of sharpness in the early months of the season, but he's as good as he's ever been in the last 5 or 6 weeks.
Even when he wasn't 100% fit, his instincts to get into the right area and to get on the end of things was still there. I just thought he was a little bit under the weather. He certainly didn't have an awful lot of luck. He hit the post, as I was saying earlier, lots of times. He had chances and he squandered some of them, but once he gets his confidence, you see what he can do.
Iniesta. Now Rakitic. Messi. Iniesta. Picasso wins it back. Can he find his way out of a blind alley? Rakitic playing a very high game. Barcelona were beaten here last year by Alaves, but they got retribution. They beat them 6-0 up in Vitoria. Messi. Paulinho. Now Semedo. Semedo playing it back to Philippe Coutinho. It was very impressive. Here is Luca Dean. Flashes in the first chance of the evening.
Well, that was great anticipation from Luca Dean, Rob. You could see the pass was coming. He was already on his way, and he intercepted it, nipped it in front, and struck it really cleanly, just narrowly wide of the far post. I suppose if you're going to miss it, you miss it there, but good if he hit the target. Well, he knows what it's all about, Abelardo, for him his times. Obviously, as a Barcelona player, he's a good anchor man in midfield and defender.
Well, he took on a team which is bereft of any confidence. They were sinking fast. They had a dreadful start to the season, didn't actually score a goal in their opening 5 matches. They looked doomed by the end of October and had lost 8 of 9 games. He came in December, bright new outlook, and they've finally got out of the relegation zone.
It's a work in progress, though, to try and stay out of the relegation zone.
Titi. Suarez. PK.
A bit late there, wasn't it?
Referee making it clear that he wants to offer a little bit of protection to some of the Barcelona stars in the early minutes of this game. He could have let things roll out.
Oh, he was put under a lot of pressure. He didn't like it.
Coutinho. Rakitic. Busquets and Sergio Roberto, 2 players have been given a break tonight, as has Jordi Alba. It's getting to that stage of the season where Valverde would like to retain the players. At the start of the season, he really had a starting 11, didn't have too many options. Coutinho's little flick. Say, getting used to the movements of those around him, though he has played, of course, with Luis Suarez at Liverpool. Another big money signing, the man who's second in the all-time spending list for Barcelona. Dembele's still injured, expected to be back in a couple of weeks' time. Valverde will welcome this new competition for places. Sobrino. Paulinho.
Oh, he was outgunned, wasn't he? 3-1.
There's Luka Dean. Andres Iniesta. Messi. Coutinho. Coutinho trying to find Suarez, the player who's been caught offside more than any other in La Liga this season.
Yeah, that was a borderline one. The idea was good. You can see he's starting off there, and he's just off. Needed to bend his run a little bit deeper, didn't he? Needed to come back about 5 or 6 yards and then spin as Abelardo takes a seat.
Iniesta. Dean. Rakitic. Coutinho. Barcelona have been contained for the opening 10 minutes of this game. A lot of teams do that. Betis held them last week, and then Barcelona went goal crazy in the last half an hour of the game.
It's like I said, Rob, they keep the ball, they use their talent, and they pass you into making mistakes.
Coutinho. Semedo. Iniesta. Rakitic to Messi. Messi bullied off the ball by Sobrino. Tough that he gets caught in possession. Hernan Perez. Chased down by Rakitic, but he continues. PK's come a long way. Ibai Gomez. ball from Gomez, a comfortable catch made to look easy by Ter Stegen.
Not a bad counter-attack movement though from Alaves, Rob. You can see what they're all about there, and a better final ball may have caused more problems.
Alaves haven't scored in the last 2 away games. They lost in Bilbao, lost against Atletico Madrid. This is Paulinho.
Having a good season, Paulinho, Rob. 8 goals in the league is excellent. There's Busquets and Co on the bench. What a bench they've got.
Well, it certainly looks like a very strong squad, doesn't it? The players who were signed last season. And Titi, Luca Dean, very much part of the squad now. Here comes Paulinho to Lionel Messi. Messi with that close centre of gravity, teasing Picasso, gives it to Coutinho. Coutinho, brilliant ball. Semedo. And Piqué.
Clever pass, wasn't it? In around the back of 2 defenders. It's cut back, Rob, into the danger area. There's lots of bodies there.
Messi. Paulinho. Messi continues the run.
Nearly. They're just getting closer, Rob. They're building up momentum. Probably still only in 2nd or 3rd gear, but that one over the top for Lionel Messi, just a little bit too far. And there's another man who knows this stadium very well.
Number 9, former Barcelona, well, kind of fringe player. He's been a regular this season. Looking at his body language,
not too
doesn't appear to have taken too kindly to not start in the game.
He's their top goal scorer. 6 goals. I thought he would have started. Arm up from Paulinho. Definitely a foul on Guidetti.
Here's Guidetti. On TT. Messi to Iniesta. Now Philippe Coutinho. Expansively. Nou Camp to work in. Semedo. Messi. Always in that kind of mood. Andres Iniesta. Messi continues. Messi to Suarez. Suarez looking for Messi. And the last pitch interception stops that lightning move.
That's one of the best passing movements we've seen so far in the game. Brilliant stuff, Messi. And Iniesta obviously in the heart of it all. And clever play, intricate play in tight situations. And the defender done really well. Could quite easily put that in the back of his own goal.
Iniesta. Good header away from LaGuardia. Oh, they're keen on the counter-attack. They may have the extra man here as well. Barcelona are called short. Major moment this for Alaves. Ter Stegen comes an awful long way. Not exactly textbook goalkeeping, but there's enough to ward off Ibai Gomez.
Well, that was a scary moment for Barcelona on the break. Ibai, I thought, should have done better. Certainly he was the favourite, but Ter Stegen didn't commit himself. He slid his body out and became an obstacle. And the ball ricocheted back off him. And he gathered it, but on the counter-attack, that's the 2nd one in the last 15 minutes, Rob, we've seen from Alaves, and they are a threat.
Semedo. Little switch from Valverde. Coutinho's gone over to the left-hand side. Now Luca Dean to Iniesta. Coutinho. Messi. Ibai Gomez to Sobrino. Met by Titi. Alexis. And to Picasso. Offside Ibai Gomez. He scored the winning goal here last year in a famous victory for Alaves.
It's another tight one, but we're talking inches, not more than a foot.
Only 3 times over the years have Alaves avoided defeat when they visited the Camp Nou. The win last year, the 2 draws 18 years ago, and back in 1931. Coutinho can't quite keep it in play. Oh, he's done himself some damage. That was a freak fall. As we see the counter-attack, the odds were stacked in favour of Ibai Gomez here. It was a great ball. He just lacked a little bit of commitment and belief.
Yeah, you can see it clearly, Rob. The goalkeeper comes out, and I think he's thinking he's going to slide in and he's going to take a penalty, but he just uses his body as a blocker, and you can see Abelardo's not happy. He knows it's a really good opportunity. Should have done better for me.
He read the game like his fellow German, the great Franz Beckenbauer, then Ter Stegen. Paulinho to Piqué. Rakitic goes direct this time, looking for Messi. Gomez. Piqué to Rakitic. Iniesta. Suarez. Rakitic. At the moment, Alaves are chasing the shadows cast by the Camp Nou floodlights. Rakitic looking for Paulinho. A bit of a panic from Vacasso. Alexis helps it on.
And giving possession back far too quickly, though, Rob. That's one of the problems, and their passing's been poor, and that's a poor pass from one of the Barcelona players. But I was looking at the accuracy of their passing, only 40% completed, as Alexis picks up a free kick for that foul on him. He just gets his heels clipped.
This was the heart-in-mouth moment for Coutinho, still not fully aware of his surroundings.
Whoops, a doozy. Tingui that away.
Well, they lost Dembele, didn't they, when he made his first start, and he got a freak injury. He's hardly returned since. So luckily Dembele was only a little bruised.
Now you see it, now you don't.
Makes it look so easy.
You can see the 4-4-2 formation there for Alaves, and they're working hard. They're pressing when they have to. And they've had a couple of good counter-attacks on their own, Rob, in that opening 20 minutes. So, decent start.
There's Messi. Good committed challenge from La Guardia. Semero. Paulinho. Casso's the second little dig he's had.
He's very enthusiastic with Casso, but clumsy on that occasion with the foul on Paulinho.
Casso actually had a spell at Espanyol and was sent off against Barcelona 5 years ago. Messi needs a little flick, and Pacheco watched it all the way. Helped on rather than diverted by Suarez.
Yeah, he used the trajectory and the pace on the ball, Rob, and he's onside, you can see. And he gets a good touch on it, and it's good goalkeeping. He's done very well, Pacheco.
Got the perfect delivery as well, wasn't it?
Angle was right, wasn't it? It's all about the delivery, Rob, as we know in free kicks. That's a late challenge.
Well, again, he's testing the referee's patience. That's the third foul. And with the totting up process, he receives his 5th yellow card of the season. A suspension beckons. He's going to miss the home game with Celta de Vigo next week.
There's the trajectory we were talking about. Good little touch. An excellent delivery from Lionel Messi. An excellent goalkeeper from Pacheco.
Titi to Lucadine. Titi, the central defender, leads the charge. Paulinho to Messi.
I'm not surprised they received that ball.
Well, they
look at
go
this.
again. The flag stays down. Guidetti, major moment. Does he go solo? John Guidetti scores for Alaves. Well, the team who came here and beat Barcelona last year are caught in quite a stare. A quarter of the game gone, and they are leading.
Well, I didn't think they were going to get another counter-attack movement as good as the one 5 or 6 minutes ago, Rob, but well, Barcelona really caught with their trousers down here. Great counter-attack. Look at this, 1, 2, 3. 3 blue shirts taken out in one pass, and away goes Guidetti. Kept his composure, and he put it in the near post. I think he's got a little bit confused here as he's backpedaling. You can see he leaves too big a gap. Ter Stegen, and Guidetti gets his first goal of the season. Did he kick it? Did he kick it onto his foot, his standing foot? Well, he
slipped. He did very well to get it on target. Maybe that's what you see.
That's what the Ter Stegen. Absolutely.
But a man who was a cult figure at his previous club, Celta de Vigo, has instantly won favour with his new club, Alaves.
Well, it's good to score at the new camp, and they go 1-0 up, and they've something to defend now. It's going to be a difficult battle for Barcelona to try and break them down.
Rakitic to Dean. Iniesta, too much on the pass.
I expected Lucadine to continue the run. Andres Iniesta. Well, here's the breakaway.
Wasn't it? There wasn't a defender within 10 yards of the halfway line when they were attacking. Guidetti had the freedom of the Camp Nou.
Well, I don't think Gerard Piqué should have went to close him down inside their half. That's where the ball was played from. And if he stays on the halfway line, he wasn't going to get there first. He's going to press him, and that was the excellent diagonal ball knocked into the inside right channel for Guidetti to go on and score.
As you said, it wasn't a real surprise because Barcelona had overcommitted on a couple of occasions. By Gomez, maybe should have scored. I've done better at least.
Yeah.
10 minutes ago.
No, I thought that was the best chance we were going to get of the game, Rob, with Ibai Gomez, but Guidetti proved us wrong, and who's to say they won't continue to do that? Barcelona keep giving the ball away.
Stegen chooses to punch the ball away rather than catch it when he was under a little pressure. Maripan. Guidetti. There's Piqué. Guidetti hangs it in there. Semedo's header. Dean.
Keep it in.
The corner. I suppose with Semedo on the right, Luca Dean on the left-hand side, you would argue that 2 of the regular back 4 are missing this evening.
Yeah.
No great hurry. Alaves, it's the first time they've scored an away goal since they headed to Girona at the start of December. Brilliant save by Ter Stegen. All the chances at the moment have been created by the team just off the relegation zone, and that is a horrible, horrible tackle.
He's going to get booked for it, Rob. It was Duarte who, well, he didn't have flattered Lionel Messi. Well, as he gets the ball in, he gets Messi. It's a good save, Rob. Good contact. This one's gone in the back of the net, and reflex save instinctively from Ter Stegen prevents that one, making it 2-0. What a good chance.
It's no mean feat to score against Barcelona, who've had 5 clean sheets in their last 6 La Liga games.
Well done, Sabrino.
Too much on the pass.
Well, the run was good from Coutinho, but the pass was just too strong from Gerard Piqué. Some poor passing, Rob.
Well, Valverde's right down there on the edge of the pitch. They are clearly rattled, Barcelona. The coach is concerned.
I agree. They are totally rattled.
Tend to peak in the second half, Barcelona, and we're down the opposition. 40 of their 57 goals have been in the second half of matches. And they have been punished for taking a lot of risks early in this game, maybe not showing enough respect to Alaves.
Well, there you have it, 74% possession with Barcelona. Which is what we normally expect. That's great play from Messi.
Messi leaves Gudetti.
My goodness.
Gudet comes back to Suarez. Suarez to Iniesta. To Messi. Iniesta skates, regains his balance. Defender slipping in. Iniesta getting closer.
Oh, that was superb play. The only thing missing was the finish. And again, combination of Messi and Suarez's layoff here and Iniesta. 1-2 with Messi. And Messi takes defenders away and opens the angle for him, but he should have hit the target on this and this. And if there's a criticism I can give him, and I think his finishing could be better.
Well, he scored 1 La Liga goal in his last 56 La Liga appearances.
Yeah, he's not run out as a goal scorer, but he does create a lot of chances, and he's a will-o'-the-wisp on the ball, Rob. He's such a great player to watch.
I suppose his goal scoring peaked in the World Cup final in 2010.
Wow, when you score the winning goal in the World Cup final, it doesn't get any better, does it?
Iniesta. Suarez. Messi makes his move between the 2 defenders. Duarte's header. Bacasso. Coutinho. Now Paulinho. Messi. Coutinho. Paulinho. All bouncing around. Acrobatic clearance from Bacasso. Sobrino leaves Rakitic behind. Taking on the whole Barcelona defence. Puts on a turbocharge and at least registers another shot at goal.
He's done well, Sabrino. I like him. And he's been a handful for this Barcelona defence in the opening half hour.
The Barcelona supporters doing their part to try to lift the performance of their team. They started off with lots of flicks and tricks. After the big win against Betis last week, but maybe there's a touch of overconfidence. Messi. Iniesta. Play back to Suarez. Suarez was looking for Messi. Bacasso perturbed by getting the yellow card. There's a foul on Rakitic after the ball had gone. The referee gives a good advantage. Can it be taken fully by Messi? Coutinho. Coutinho seeking Iniesta. Iniesta across. Was there a little nudge in the back of Suarez, danger hasn't got away, and, well, he's getting closer to marking his debut with a goal, Philippe Coutinho.
Well, he's done well. He's picked it up on the edge of the box, Rob, and he's had the shot. It's deflected. But excellent play here. You can see Andres Iniesta's pass. A little bit of a swan dive from Suarez. You can see he makes the most of it. Rob, I think it's not a penalty for me anyway, but this is a shot from Coutinho. And it takes a big deflection.
Duarte just throws himself at it, doesn't he?
That was goalward bound, I'll tell you.
And the strength of the shot has injured his knee. But a concern for Ruben Duarte is one of the biggest assets he has been in the Spain squad on a couple of occasions. This was that run. Left Rakitic had no support, head down, go for goal. Just lacked a bit of strength in the shot.
He scuffed it a little bit, didn't he? But that's a problem for Duarte, Rob. This is where I think PK has made a huge mistake by going forward to try and close him down inside their half. That's where the goal comes from, because the pass is straight to John Guidetti. He definitely slips, and it takes a double deflection off his standing leg. Unbelievable good fortune, and he knows it. Ter Stegen knows. A bit of sloppy defending from Barcelona, and it's cost them. No, the referee's had a word. He can take the corner kick now.
Coutinho, cleared by Picasso.
Down like Skittles.
Iniesta, Semedo. Bad challenge by Maripan. Just mistimed. Went for the ball. It was awkwardly late.
That's good play from Semedo, looking to get forward on this right-hand side. And good play from Andres Iniesta. Clever feet. That's a great piece of skill. Well, he just took him out. He knew he wasn't going to stop him, Rob, with pace. He's square on. As he's caught out here, he decides I'll take him out. Oh, good delivery is needed.
Messi to deliver, right on the toes of the goalkeeper. Messi going for goal. Pacheco happy to box that to safety.
Well, it's a shot come cross, because his player's going to cross that angle there. You can see maybe one of them would get a touch on it in the head. You can see, I think it's Rakitic just trying to get a touch on it. But good goalkeeping from Pacheco, doesn't take any chances.
He had a very good game against Barcelona earlier in the season. Saved a penalty from Messi, and he's keeping Barcelona at bay with 10 minutes remaining in the first half.
Well, Ivan Rakitic got a touch on that at the near post, Rob, and no one was on the end of the flick on. It was a decent ball in. Messi's asking a question of the referee. Now, what's he complaining about? He's got to be a happy man, hasn't he, Abelardo?
There's a little bit of concern over Duarte, his young fullback, who is out there, but may just be a case of running off the injury. Coutinho, eager to impress. Rakitic. Dean. Coutinho, certainly not short of confidence. Messi, Iniesta turns into trouble. Maripan somehow comes away with the ball, but he's damaged himself in doing so. PK.
They get possession too quick again, Rob. And Semedo picks it up.
A little nick from Ibai on the ankles of Semedo. Paulinho. Valverde may have mixed things up with Barcelona. With Coutinho, Suarez and Messi. He's gone for the full attacking force. Suarez tries to go through the legs of LaGuardia, but he's been looking at the DVDs all week. Suarez. Iniesta. Still defending once more this time by LaGuardia.
Eager to get on with it, Barcelona as we approach the half-time. There's Gerard Piqué.
Semedo. Messi. It's a blind pass by Messi. Gudetti is there. Abalado directing his players around. His voice is actually booming down on the touchline. It's a rather shell-shocked Camp Nou at the moment.
Certainly making it very difficult.
Coutinho takes it off Messi. Coutinho in a position that he likes. Attacking down the centre to Lionel Messi. Duarte dives in there. Good tackle by Ruben Duarte. Levi Gomez. Okay, Barcelona's defence is a little flat-footed. Sobrino, Gudetti screaming for it. Doesn't find him. Duarte, 2 blocks by Umtiti. Not getting a lot of support on this right side of defence. Sobrino. Duarte. LaGuardia. Gudetti to Gomez again. They stand off Gomez, allowing them to have so much of the ball on this left side as they attack Alaves. Rakitic. Coutinho. Comes away, finds Messi, Messi to Iniesta. Dean is alongside him. Referee notes the foul, gives the advantage. Suarez. Great ball in. Lionel Messi, miscontrol.
Oh, you don't say that too often, Rob. Brilliant piece of play. Fabulous ball over the top from Andres Iniesta. He picks Messi out, he's onside, Rob. And you're right, his first touch has let him down. He miscontrols it.
Messi believed he was in an offside position then.
Certainly a lack of concentration, maybe a little bit lackadaisical coming into this game. Don't forget they had a Copa del Rey midweek.
Half of the team playing against Espanyol. They had to put out a strong side to advance to the semi-finals. There's a lot of criticism of Zinedine Zidane, who selected the fringe players, and indeed they were knocked out.
They bounced back really well yesterday with the result against Valencia. It was a big scoreline. A couple of goals for Ronaldo from the penalty spot, and a rare goal from Toni Kroos.
We keep saying that Barcelona are the runaway leaders of La Liga. There's a victory today for Atletico Madrid, 46 points. Barca 8 points ahead of them. Coutinho nudged off the ball by Picasso. Referee thought long and hard about that. Well, he wasn't so sure.
Well, he gave himself a couple of seconds to make the decision, and
he was high as well, just above the ankle.
It was high, and also
it was dangerous.
That's a terrible challenge, Rob.
He's playing.
He's already been booked.
Yep.
I'm not being funny. That's a booking. That is a booking. And maybe that's why he hesitated, because he felt if he's going to give the free kick, he might have to give a yellow card as well.
Alaves to get to half-time with this one-goal lead. Shut out Messi and co.
Well, it's time on Iba Gomez to get out of the wall. He's one too many. It's not a wise decision.
Messi. Oh, Pacheco did very well to get across there as it rattled the outside of the post. Messi again. Like the Pied Piper, they can't stop it. Gives it to Suarez. Oh, and again, it was a fraction away from Lionel Messi. That's been the story of the evening so far, though. So close.
Well, they're nearly men, aren't they? Almost. So close is right. Look at this piece of skill from Lionel Messi. Goes past 1-2, inside, 1-2, gets it back, onside, but the ball is just too much pace on it. Now, this is a fabulous save. Pushes it onto the post. That's a great save from the goalkeeper, Pacheco.
It was.
Onto the post. That's a great effort. You can see it better from this angle. It's swerving away.
Barca have scored 57 goals so far this season. Only one of the 57 has been from outside of the penalty area. Piqué. Iniesta. Dean. Isn't the familiarity on that left-hand side between Luca Dean and Andres Iniesta? They've hardly been in the team together this season.
It's the second time Rob has received Messi's wonderful free kick and that fantastic save from the goalkeeper. That was a
better every time
save.
you see it.
Absolutely, full stretch, fingertips onto the post, and that's definite class. Well done, the keeper. Now here's trouble.
There is trouble in the shape of Lionel Messi. Finds Paulinho. Anywhere will do for Duarte. Abelardo was a very talented defender in his time as Spain international, successful at Barcelona, 8 majors. He's got them set up brilliantly here.
Yeah, he's won, what was it, 66 caps Abelardo had, which is very good. That's a good chance, I think, from John Brunetti. Rob, I don't see that as a free kick.
One final first half attack for Alaves to withstand. Messi hangs it up there. It's Maripan's header. Messi. Iniesta. Suarez lets it go. Iniesta. Nelson Semedo. Just a minute added to the first half. Messi fires it at Paulinho. They've read all of the intentions so far.
They have. Sometimes they're predictable, Rob, you know, and you can see the two full-backs are tied in. It's a really compact back four. It's a 4-4-2, and they're all working hard for each other. But Barcelona's had a little bit of misfortune as well. Good tactics from Abelardo, and they're going to go in with a one-goal lead. But
well, they are. They've had two big chances as well, considering they've only had 26% of the football in the opening first half. Piqué tries to mix it up a little bit, finds Dean. Dean to Iniesta. The fans want something more productive. Luca Dean turns, but he's guided out of play by LaGuardia. It's the time for the corner to be taken. The referee promised a minute. They're going to have to be quick.
Well, I don't know if they're going to be quick enough.
I think he'll allow it to be taken to see what develops. All hands to the defensive pump for Alaves. In comes Paulinho. Macasso clears, and they've got to half-time, Alaves. Well, it's been a masterly performance.